So I am working on a book of intertwined braided essays, and they are largely about sort of thematic links between what I'm thinking of as sort of three punctuating moments in the human life cycle. Naming, personal naming in particular, marriage and death. This is based on research that I've been doing as an anthropologist, as an ethnographer in rural Guinea-Bissau for a couple of decades at this point. Although the material for this, the ethnographic material, it's something that I've kind of been putting on the back burner for a long time, thinking about, have written about in other ways. So when I think about like what the research is, it's very much grounded in ethnographic research that is long-term, sustained conversations and immersion in a particular place among people who I've kind of developed relationships with over a very long period of time. The ethnic group that I'm working with most closely are called Jola. As I've visited over the course of many years, things just kind of kept popping up around ways in which Jola villagers name each other in terms of their personal names, use each other's personal names, the multiplicity of names that they have. And I started to kind of think about this through ways in which we often don't give enough credit for the work that names and naming does. One of the things that I'm doing that's kind of different about this writing process, this book, as I imagine it now, I'm linking it much more closely to aspects of my own personal life, my own family life, my own experiences of being named, naming my children, all the kinds of conversations that happen around names. And I'm also linking it to kind of things that I'll say broadly are kind of in the sort of mainstream media right now. All the kinds of things that happen around the process of unnaming memorials and statues and even schools, buildings, etc. Perhaps if people are watching this video and have thoughts that kind of emerge about their own ideas about naming or stories that they want to share about anything having to do with these topics, I'd be delighted to be in conversation with you. I'm really most looking forward to a couple of things. One is sheerly just the time, the solitary time to focus on thinking, reading, and writing that I just haven't had an opportunity to do in the midst of the demands of teaching and administrative roles that I've had for the last several years. I'm always thinking very, very carefully and basing what I do on the ethnographic material that I have, and that remains a kind of consistent touchstone. But the ways in which I'm engaging that is actually not within the kinds of things that I'm best equipped to do in terms of anthropological kinds of argumentation, in terms of the disciplinary structures in my field. I really am looking forward to engaging with other fellows in different disciplines, especially literature and philosophy and art history, around these topics, and having that fuel a kind of sort of fresh thinking around these ideas that go beyond conventional forms of anthropological argumentation and really reach out to broader audience. UCH, it's like a golden opportunity, golden time to do that. So that combination of the solo and the interactive are the things that I'm most looking forward to.